friends! Welcome back to another video if you've been here before, and if you are new, welcome! My name is Hope, and today I have for you guys a massive Disney pin haul. Now, if you guys have been around with us for a while, and I mean a long while, you will have remembered way back, I think it was 2019, it was the last time I filmed one of these. I used to do monthly or every other month, I used to film a pin haul. And that was all the pins that I had purchased, that I had traded for, and I was just accumulating a lot of pins, and so I was sharing them with you as we went along. And for whatever reason, I think like in 2020 I wasn't collecting as many pins, and then we just kind of got in a rhythm with some other videos, and I just completely forgot about the pin haul videos. But these were some of your favorite videos to watch, and to be honest, some of my favorite videos to film. And so I'm just going to be doing a massive pin haul with you guys today. So these pins are ones that have been collected for, I want to say like a year, maybe 6 months. Maybe it hasn't been a full year. But I believe some of these I started collecting before my surgery, which was in August. So definitely at least 6 months with these pins. And I had just been kind of gathering them into one little pile, mainly because I was recovering from surgery and I didn't have the energy to put them away. And then as it started accumulating, I was like, hey, I should do a pin haul video and share them with all of you guys. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna be talking through, not in the order that I got them, because to be honest, I don't remember, but I'm gonna be going by category. So you'll notice some of my favorite characters that I collect, some movies that I collect, and then also a lot of brand new event pins. So for the 50th anniversary and holidays and things like that. So that was a very chatty intro, but I hope that you guys are ready for a pin haul. So I guess we'll start actually with some of the smaller categories of things that I've collected, and that is princesses. I've only gathered a few princess pins, so we're gonna start with those. These two you may have actually seen previously, and that is because I received these in a mystery box from our friend Karen over at Karen's USA Adventures. She sent me a mystery pin box just as like a recovery gift, and she sent some of my absolute favorite characters in that box. So these two pins, the Disney's Animators Collection series, and they are like the Disney princesses but in like baby form. So we have Cinderella and Snow White. And these are so precious. I had actually been following along with this series from Disneyland Paris for a while, and I had never owned any of them. So Karen sent me these two, and I'm so appreciative for them. I love them so much, and they are going to be perfect in my princess collections. So I do collect both Cinderella and Snow White, and then I also collect Frozen. These pins are gorgeous. Like I said, they are from Disneyland Paris, and they're part of the same collection. So they were released in 2020, and then they say Disney Pin Trading Disneyland Paris on the back. So I believe these were like open edition Disneyland Paris pins. So I have those two. So those are going into my princess collections. I'll go ahead and share these as well, because these were also sent to me by Karen in that same box. And these are the like animal cuties pins. So I have Lady from Lady and the Tramp, which is one of my major collections. And then I have Sven from Frozen, which again, I collect the movie Frozen. So these two both fit into my collections perfectly. And I adore these pins. Something about them reminds me of like Littlest Pet Shop vibes, and Abby and I used to be super into Littlest Pet Shop, so it's like really weirdly nostalgic to me. So we have these two pins, and I will be showing more Lady pins later, because Lady and the Tramp was probably one of the collections that grew the most over the last 6 months. So I'll be sharing that later, but I just wanted to show these two to you guys because they came from Karen as well. So they are from Disneyland Paris. They are open edition pins, and they are Disney Pin Trading 2019 stamp on the back, and then they say Disneyland Paris as well. So going back to princesses, the one other princess pin that I collected over the last few months is this Happy Valentine's Day pin. So technically this falls under two categories. It falls under Cinderella, because it's a Cinderella and Prince Charming pin, and it's also a Valentine's Day pin, so it would fall under my holidays collection. So which one shall I put it in? I'm not sure yet. It'll probably go go in my Cinderella and Prince Charming collection because I have a little side collection of just the two of them together. So that's probably where this one will go. But it is gorgeous. It is a glitter pin with a pin-on-pin element. So you have them dancing with the castle in the background. And then the bluebirds are actually like carrying a blue glittery banner in front of them. So it's a really, really beautiful pin. It does have 2 pin posts on it. And this one was the Happy Valentine's Day pin for 2022. So this one is probably the newest acquisition of all of the pins. Yeah, so this is the newest one that I just picked up. And this one is a limited release. So I guess since we're on the category of holidays, I'll show you the other 2 holiday pins that I've collected, actually 3, over the last few months. And this one is the Merry Christmas pin, which was Merry Christmas 2021. This one, I actually have a collection of Christmas Day pins. I have maybe like 5 or 6 of them for a few years running. And I loved that this one was Beauty and the Beast. So it's Belle and the Prince, and they're dancing in front of all of the castle characters, but they're in their human form, which is so rare to see in pins. So you have Mrs. Potts and Chip, and then you have Cogsworth and Lumiere standing in the back in front of the Christmas tree, and then you have Belle in her red dress, and the prince dancing in front of this beautiful like glass window. Both Abby and I picked up this pin. She collects Beauty and the Beast, so that went into her collection, and then I collect Christmas Day, so I had to get this pin as well. And this one is the limited release pin for Christmas Day. This one is also kind of a Christmas themed pin, and this one I actually received on Christmas Day because it is the pin with purchase of a gift card, which I love. I have one of these, I think from last year, and my family gave me a Disney gift card with the pin attached, which I love because it's kind of like a win-win. You get a Disney gift card and then you also get a pin that goes with it. And there were, I think, 4 different options of characters that you can choose for this pin. And so I chose Mickey Mouse, and he is building a snowman of Pluto. So the snow is like glittery and kind of iridescent, and then Mickey is in his little Santa hat beanie. So this one is Disney Pin Trading 2021 limited edition of 3,755. So 3755, really weird number, but I think it had something to do with the gift cards. So that is the pin that I received for Christmas. Those are all of my like holiday specific pins. Let's go to my Lady and the Tramp pins. So I have collected quite a few Lady pins as of the last few months, which I'm really excited about because Lady and the Tramp is one of my largest Disney pin collections. And just before my surgery in August, I had started working on gathering my Lady and the Tramp collection and moving them into a pin book. So I'm kind of halfway through that process, but it really gave me a good view of what pins I have in that collection and where I could maybe grow and add some things. So this pin was also a gift to me, and it is a Disney Loungefly Tony's Restaurant pin. So it's kind of like a poster vibe, like a retro poster of Tony's Restaurant, and it says Lady and the Tramp on the bottom, and then it has Lady and Tramp eating a bowl of spaghetti, which is just classic, and it is the soft enamel pin, which a lot of the Loungefly pins are. So it's just a rectangle with Lady and Tramp in the center. Super, super cute. And this one, like I said, was from Loungefly, so I don't think it just says See Disney on the back. And this one I believe was released in 2021 as well. The next 2 pins that I have are both Lady, and these were actually picked up for me through a Facebook group, I believe. And so these are older, more vintage Disney Lady pins, which I do also have a collection, like side collection of older Disney pins, like 2000 and before. And I really, really just appreciate how they used to make pins. Like back in the day when pin trading was beginning, the pins were just so high quality and really cool designs. And so I was super happy to add these older ladies to my collection. So this first one is really, really beautiful. It is a lighter color of Lady, so she's like the gold fur and then the darker ears. And this one is a waffle back, and it says Disney Pin Trading 2002 Lady and the Tramp. So this one's from 2002. And this one reminds me the most of our Cocker Spaniel that we had for many, many years. He looked just like Lady in this pin. Like that's one of the reasons why I collect Lady, is because we've had actually multiple Cocker Spaniels in our family. We just really like Cockers, and so that's why Lady is so special to me. And this one just looks like so much like him. And then this second one is a little bit, I don't believe this was a Disney trading pin. I think this was more of the like wearable version, because it's like a soft enamel, almost like a lapel pin. And this one just says Pro Pin at, let's see, Pro Pin See Disney Germany on the back. So I definitely need to do some research on this one and figure out exactly what Pro Pin is. But I will definitely be looking it up on PinPix later. And if you know what Pro Pin is, let me know in a comment down below. But yeah, so this one's an older lady, and her coloring is a little bit darker. It's more of like an orange and brown kind of colorway. So very interesting, but I'm excited to add those ladies to my collection. I'll go ahead and share this one because it doesn't really fit into any of the other categories that I'm sharing today, but this one is from the, goodness, I forget what it's called. We opened these on the channel a few months back. I'll link the video up above where we opened. It was the cell phone pins, so it was characters talking on the phone, and each one kind of had like a matching character that went with it. And we didn't receive this pin in our opening, unfortunately, but I was able to trade for it later. One of the pins that we opened, I think it was a Lilo, but one of the pins that we opened in that video, I traded for Scrooge. So this is Scrooge McDuck, and he is talking on the phone kind of angrily. I believe he went with Donald in that set. I do collect Scrooge, specifically Scrooge from Mickey's A Christmas Carol, so he's kind of part of my Christmas Carol collection. I don't collect like all the Scrooges, but just Scrooge from Mickey's A Christmas Carol. But I just loved his expression on this one, and I felt like it was too good to pass up. So traded for this one, and I'm really happy to have him as well. This pin is probably the most random of any of the pins in this haul, and it's also one of my favorites. This one you may have seen already if you guys watch our Christmas swap in the sticker and stationery swap back in December. We got a box from the wonderful Nicole from Irresistible Magic. I will link her channel down below, but she sent me the most incredible box. It was full of everything from stickers, stationery. She sent me some knit beanies, which could not have come at a more perfect time. She sent me some individual stickers, just lots of amazing things. Candy, which was the best, long gone, but wonderful. And one of the things that she sent in that box was this brain pin, and seriously, it's probably one of my favorite pin acquisitions of the entire year because it just represents so much for me. So if this is your first video that you're seeing of our channel, I did have a right temporal craniotomy brain surgery back in August of 2021, and ever since then I've been weirdly obsessed with like brain merch. Like I have brain t-shirts and brain ornaments and all these things. I just think the brain puns are like so funny and I love them. And so when Nicole sent me a brain pin, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is my favorite thing ever. So I love it so much. And yeah, so it's just a brain, and then it has like a little waffle back on the back side of it. But I just love it so much, and it's so sweet to me that it was sent to me by a friend who knew what I was going through and knew the challenges I'd been through in the last 6 months. And so the fact that she sent me a pin to like commemorate that was just amazing. So okay, so moving on, I think we have our collections next. So these are a few different series that were released monthly, or that were released kind of a few weeks apart, and then I slowly accumulated them over time. And that first series is these 2021 Festival of Fantasy pins. So I'm gonna see if I can hold them up all at the same time to show you guys. So they make a window all together. So there's two like curved ones on the top and then two rectangles at the bottom. And when you put them together, they make a glass window, and it represents the Festival of Fantasy Parade. I don't remember the exact order, but I know this one was the first one because it has Maleficent the dragon from the parade blowing her green fire, and they released these quarterly for pass holders. So they are pass holder exclusive, they're limited edition, and they released quarterly, like I said. So there was one in January, and then they went forward until December, although I'm pretty sure the last one got delayed till early 2022. But I did manage to complete the whole set, which is really exciting. But the reason that I got these, so you may be thinking like, that's interesting because you don't specifically collect any of the characters on the front, and that is true. The first one was Maleficent, the second was Peter Pan, third is Ariel with Sebastian, and then the fourth is Mickey and Minnie, which I do collect Mickey and Minnie, but this one is them in like the hot air balloon float in the parade. And so the reason that I collect these is because they're actually hinge pins, and when you open them up, they have a mural on the inside, and the mural is the depiction of Cinderella that is inside the walls of Cinderella Castle. So when you put them together and open them, they make that beautiful image of the Cinderella story. So that's why I picked up these pins, and when I display them with my Cinderella collection, I'm actually going to open them up fully and display the mural from the inside. So that was kind of my thought process behind them, and I loved that they represent the story of Cinderella as it is shown in the inside of Cinderella Castle. So that was super, super cool to me. And I just love these pins. Like, it took us a while, I feel like, as a whole, when Disney released the first of these pins, and we're like, what is this supposed to be? Because they didn't really say, and it was Maleficent, and then it had this weird orange thing in the middle, and we're like, is this Sleeping Beauty? Is this like some sort of vintage poster? Like, what's going on? But then as the pins came out, we're like, oh, okay, it's Festival of Fantasy, and then inside is Cinderella's mural. So makes more sense now. But they, on the back, say Disney Pin Trading 2021, Walt Disney World Pass Holder, limited edition of 3,000. Okay, the next set of pins that I picked up are actually one of my favorites. So I guess we're moving into like my final category, which is Disney 50th pins. So pins that were released to celebrate the 50th anniversary. And these are probably, I don't want to like make a declarative statement that says it's my favorite of all of them, but these are definitely up there on my favorite pins that have released so far for the 50th. These are the Starbucks Been There series pins. So they are pins that are based and themed around the Starbucks mugs for the 50th. I'm obsessed. I love them so much. Look how cool they look together. So they released one for each park. So there is Spaceship Earth for Epcot, Tower of Terror for Hollywood Studios, the Tree of Life for Animal Kingdom, and then the Castle for Magic Kingdom. And these are the best. I believe this is the first time Starbucks has ever released pins. I may be wrong about that, but I think so. And you guys know, if you know me at all, I'm obsessed with pins, I'm obsessed with Starbucks, and I'm obsessed with the Disney Starbucks mugs. So this totally had to happen, and I just think they are gorgeous. So they are all a gold background, and then they have a matte finish to them, which is really unique. It almost feels almost like a matte whiteboard type of look. And then they say Walt Disney World 50, and then there are different icons and characters featured on each one. The Magic Kingdom pin has Cinderella Castle, and then it has Tinkerbell with the lanterns from Tangled. So you have a little bit of everything that represents the park, and it says Magic Kingdom Starbucks on the bottom. And these are the pin drop collection, take your favorite places and spaces with you, is what the cards say. Then we have Animal Kingdom, which has the Tree of Life in the center. It has Zazu flying over the Tree of Life, and he actually looks like weirdly satisfied, like he's not super angry, which I appreciate because I feel like we rarely see Zazu not angry. And it has just some like palm branches and kind of an Animal Kingdom vibe. It says Animal Kingdom Starbucks on the bottom. We have the Hollywood Studios pin. This one is the Tower of Terror, and then it has the Millennium Falcon and Chubby from Runaway Railway kind of floating above it. And then it says Disney's Hollywood Studios, Starbucks. And then last but not least is my personal favorite. This is the Epcot pin. You guys know Epcot is our home park. It's our favorite. And so I was really excited to find the Epcot pin to complete my set. And so it has Spaceship Earth on the bottom, and then you have Figment with the light bulb above him, and it says Walt Disney World, Epcot, Starbucks. And Abby did also pick up one of these Epcot pins. She doesn't have all of them, but the Epcot is kind of our thing, and the Epcot is kind of our thing, and she loves Figment as well, so she definitely picked one of these up. And it says Disney Pin Trading 2021, Walt Disney World 50, and then 2021 Starbucks Corporation. So super, super cool. I think these are really unique, and I'm happy to have one of the first Starbucks pins that have ever existed. So love that. Since we're on the topic of Epcot, I will go ahead and share this one. This is the one not specific to the 50th anniversary, but this is the Festival of the Arts 2022 pin. So Festival of the Arts is Abby and I's absolute favorite Epcot festival. We love it so very much. And so when we saw that the pins released for the festival, we each picked one that we liked the best. So this one, I actually picked the limited release one. There were, I think, 3 limited edition ones. There was one that was pass holder exclusive, and of all the designs, I actually liked the limited release one the best. So that's the one that I picked. It says Epcot International Festival of the Arts 2022, and then it has this really cool, almost like iridescent Spaceship Earth behind, and then you have Figment standing in a picture frame, which is kind of like the collection theme for this festival. They had all of the different characters in art frames, and there was like a Spirit jersey and a tote and pins and lots of merch that goes with that theme. And I just thought it was really, really cool. It says Authentic Disney Pins 2022 Limited Release. So this one is also kind of a pin-on-pin as well. So Figment's kind of 3D off of Spaceship Earth, and I just thought that was really cool. So add that to my festival's pin collection. Okay, so back to the 50th specific pins. We're almost there, guys. If you're still with me, you are the real MVP. I appreciate you so much. So, okay, back to the final pins of this haul. And these are the very beginning of the Disney 50th pins. So these were the first ones that I picked up to celebrate the 50th anniversary. So we have Walt Disney World 50th. This one is just the open edition pin, and they had ones that were each of the Fab 5 characters together on pins, but I preferred this one the best, that has Mickey and Minnie in front of the castle. They're dressed in their 50th iridescent attire, and I just love the colors. The blue glitter with the purple glitter and the castle, super pretty. And then it has like a dark navy background with the 50 floating in the sky, and it says the world's most magical celebration. So this was the open edition that released back in October. So I picked up that one. And then when the pass holder pin released, I thought this was really pretty as well. So I went ahead and picked up the pass holder one along with the open edition. And this one is the Walt Disney World Pass Holder 50 pin. And this one, I believe, is also like a limited release. So there's not a specific number of them made, but they were only available to pass holders. And I just thought the glitter elements on this one were gorgeous. So it has the 5 and the 0 in like a bright gold glitter, and then you have Cinderella's castle in the background in a blue glitter, and then Mickey Mouse is standing in the front in his gold statue form, like he is in the statue in the parks. And it says Walt Disney World Pass Holder on the bottom. And weirdly, this one has 2 pin posts, which I don't really understand because it's not that big of a pin. But I think they just decided that it needed to be extra secure, I guess, and that's why it has 2. But it just says Walt Disney World 50, and then See Disney on the back. And then the other 50th pin that I got released a little bit later, and I liked this one because it had a little bit more of a vintage vibe to it. They were definitely going for like the beginning of the parks type of look. And this is the October 1st, 2021 Walt Disney World pin, and it says limited release. This pin was like the actual celebration day pin, so it says October 1st, 2021. And so this one, if you were there on the day, you could get this pin at the Magic Kingdom. So it has like a cool white kind of modern design, and then it has the Mickey Mouse head in navy, and then it says 50 on the front. And like I said, this one is limited release, but I did really like how the backer card is like kind of a matte finish. It's really, really unique, and I just really like this pin a lot. So there is that one. Final pin that I'm going to share with you guys today. This is the last of the pins I've accumulated over the last 6-ish months, and this one is also one of the newer ones that I have received, and I love it so much. So this one kind of is a mix between 50th anniversary and Cinderella. This one is the Cinderella Castle. I think it's like the jumbo pin. It comes in the really cool box, and it is limited edition. This is a hinge pin. I took it out of the box so I could show you guys what the inside looks like. But it is gorgeous. So the front of it is gold. It says Walt Disney World on the bottom. And then you have Cinderella Castle with these gold little gemstones mixed throughout. So when you get it in the light, it really does shine, which is so pretty. And then when you open it, this is my favorite part of the pin. On the inside, you have Cinderella, and she is just newly transformed into her ball gown, and you can see like the magic pixie dust going around her, which changed her into her gown. And then it has like a really cool holographic blue on the background of the castle. And then it says Walt Disney World 50, the world's most magical celebration. So in my Cinderella collection, I will be displaying it open like this, so you can see Cinderella on the inside, because honestly, that's my favorite part. I love that it has Cinderella herself in it. And then this pin is a limited edition of 3,000. It has 3 pin posts on the back because it is quite weighty. It's a pretty large pin, and it definitely is a more standout pin when it came in its collector's box and everything. So that is all of the pins that I've collected over the last 6.5 months. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I genuinely have loved bringing back the pin haul videos. Those were so much fun to film way back in the day, the beginning of our channel. And so I'm really happy to be able to share all these pins with you guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you are pin twins with me on any of these pins. I would love to know. And also what your favorite pin that I shared in this video was. If you made it to the end, you are the best. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for staying here and listening to me go on and on about pins. I really, really love these pin videos. If you guys liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in a comment down below if you would like to see more of these pin haul videos. They won't be this big next time, I can guarantee you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!